Hi, it's the Lipstick Gal. Thanks so much for watching today. I wanted to share with you what my favorites were for the month of October, but before we get started, I wanted to ask you to subscribe if you haven't already. I'm getting really close to 800 subscribers. I'm wanting to continue to grow this channel, and my goal is to make a place for people who love makeup. I mean, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm a makeup enthusiast. I'm I don't know, kind of like your friendly neighborhood makeup person. And I wanted to share with you what works for me, what I've been doing, also from the perspective of somebody who's in their mid-40s. I'll be 45 in January, and my goal is to share skincare, makeup, beauty, techniques, things like that that work for me that might work for you as well. Now, if you're not in your 40s, that's fine. I hope you still enjoy it, but my goal is, not so much for a younger teenage viewer, but more for the lines of those of us who we've lived life and we know what we like, we know what works for us, and we're willing to push the boundaries a little bit every now and again. But yeah, I know my comfort zone. I don't step out of it too much. So subscribe if you haven't already, and let's jump into it. I'm going to start with some skincare because now that the weather has turned, I live in rural Washington State. It's cold. Like in the mornings, it's in the low 30s, and it's only going to get colder. And so the one thing that I re-picked up was this. This is Dr. Jart Ceramiden Liquid. It's a moisturizing toner with a lot of ceramides. It is a beautiful second layer. I start down with an essence, then I put on this, and it's very hydrating. And this is one of the things that saved my skin last winter. And so I'm like, oh, weather's changing. I had to go get another bottle of this. I don't think that I need it all year long. Maybe my skin would be happier all year long, but this made a significant difference last winter and fall. Another thing that's fairly new is this. This is from Tatch. It's the Silk Peony. I have a couple of eye things that I'm using right now. One is the Avocado Melt Retinol Eye Mask from Glow Recipe. I use that at night, but I wanted something that didn't have retinol, even though it's encapsulated retinol and I could put SPF over the top. I wanted something for during the day, so I picked this up. I have also been using the Cold Brew Eye Stick from Peche and Lily, which I put down before this, and then this over the top. So that's kind of like my morning eye thing, and I have been loving it. I'm back in love with the Laniege Sleeping Mask. This one is in Apple Lime. This is what I put on my lips before bed. This is what I keep right here on this little table in front of me. My kids come in and they are gouging in here, going for it. They love the way it smells. They love the way it feels. And I'm like, my lips feel so good. So I'm trying to get my kids into the habit of putting something on their lips that, come December, they're not going to be all chapped and upset and angry. And that has been helping. Let's talk some makeup. So I'm back into using the Hollywood Flawless filter. I use it mostly on the perimeter of my face. If I use it down the center, I do end up having product breakup, but I have been loving using this again. Not so much to keep my makeup on longer, but to make it look a little glowier. Sometimes I'll mix it in with my foundations. And I've been using a lot of different foundations this month, but the one that I've been using the most is this. It's Estee Lauder's Double Wear, and what I've been doing is I'll take whatever foundation, like today I'm wearing this one from Laura Mercier, it's a Flawless Lumiere. I'll take a pump of that and half a pump of this. I'm liking more glowy looks, hence the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless, Hollywood Flawless filter, and this more radiant one. But I need the staying power because I still do have combination skin, and makeup tends to break up corners of my nose, right over the top, and sometimes right across the tops of my cheeks. So the Estee Lauder Double Wear really does help it power through. It gives it like an extra boost of staying power. And so I've been mixing this with whatever more glowy, hydrating sort of foundation that I've been wearing all month long. This has been the one staple throughout the month. And even on its own, it's beautiful, but I tend to like it when it's mixed with something a little bit more luminous. So I rediscovered something recently. I have a video that's going up. Maybe it's already up, but I recorded it a while ago. So I don't want you to think that, oh, she just found those, rediscovered those in her collection. No. This started like at the beginning of the month. I'm working on a series of chopping block videos where I go through and I take a whole bunch of products from my entire collection, foundation, concealer, powder, the whole rigmarole, all the way down to mascara, and I try them again, and then right at that moment, keeping this, getting rid of this. And this is one of those things that I hadn't tried in a long time that I forgot how good it was. It's from Milani. It's the Prep Satin Glow. I used this in my most recent chopping block video. This is beautiful. This really reminds me of the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Powder. The one that comes in the gold compact. Where are you? This guy. This reminds me of this. It's not exactly the same, but it's beautiful and it works great. It's what I'm wearing under my eyes today to set my under eyes. I really like this powder. And I feel like for that drugstore price, you can't really go wrong if you're looking, and it's not so radiant and so glowy that you're like a disco ball, but it makes your skin look like skin. And I love it for that reason. Now, something that I picked up at the beginning of this month that I've been using all month long, and it is a lot of what's giving me a really hyper glowy look, is this. This is Lancome's Absolue powder. I did a whole video on this. I will link it for you above, but let me tell you, this in the shade Absolue Peche. It's the lightest shade they had. This is the third jar. I always ended up getting the wrong shade because my local Macy's did not carry this powder in store, so I couldn't really look at it and swatch it. I had to go based on the shades that they have online, and those are wildly incorrect. But this is gorgeous, glowy, beautiful, makes my skin look luminous, and I love it. I love it. All right, so for blushes today, I'm wearing this one. This is the Kathleen Lights and Colourpop collab. This is called I Need Space. I also have been still reaching for my Sun and Stars. So one is a little bit more bright and orange. One is a little bit more kind of terracotta rosy toned. They're both beautiful. They both look great on the cheek. Even though the one that looks really, really bright, you would think like, you can wear that? Yes, I can. I just don't wear it really heavily, and I love the way that it looks. I know I've always loved this product, and I don't know why it is that I haven't reached for it more frequently, but it's my Charlotte Tilbury Bronze and Glow. The Hollywood Bronze and Glow, like the bronzer is just enough. It's not too much. I'm very fair, and it's hard for me to find a shade that works for me in a good natural looking tone. This is it. This is also the highlight that I'm wearing today. So I have it running down the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, chin, right along and through here. It does mix in with the Absolue powder from Lancome, which is a very glowy powder, but I love this duo. I love this duo, and I know I love Charlotte Tilbury products, but frequently I'm, trying, single bronzer, single highlight. This duo is just amazing. So on my eyes today, I am wearing this. This is it's a princess thing from Colourpop. It's the first Disney collab they did. Now, I saw their new Midnight Masquerade and I was like, I want that. And I was like, you know what? You have so much eyeshadow. Don't buy any more. I'm doing my best to restrain myself. And I saw it, I swatched it, it was beautiful. I saw it at my local Ulta. But you know what? There's a lot of colors in there that I probably wouldn't reach for. And I remember loving this palette last fall, even especially this shade here. This is called Poison Apple. And I was like, oh boy, that's a really metallic kind of orchidy shade. Am I really gonna use that? Yes, I did. And this one here called Enchanted Rose, there are some absolutely beautiful shades in here. The middle row is probably my favorite, all of these metallics. I live a lot up in here, but what I'm wearing today, I have a little bit of Beast and a little bit of Midnight Curfew right here in the outer corner, a mixture of these three kind of in the crease and a little bit more, and then these three shades right here on the lid. So it's a lot of eyeshadow, but it all is in a very similar tone and it blends so well. So I thought instead of getting more Colourpop Disney collabs, to pull out the one that I really knew I loved and to use it again. I've been using this one a lot this month. Other eyeshadows that I have been using a whole lot are the ones from Sydney Grace. So this is my Sydney Grace palette here. This is the Raspberry Kiss bundle, this is the Mountain Trail bundle, I have a highlight, and then I have 3 other singles that are all metallic. Let me tell you, most of this month I've been living right here in these more autumnal colors. I absolutely love the Mountain Trail bundle. I think it's beautiful. It's got your splash of kind of mustard and gold. It has more olivey tones. It has these greens. It's just beautiful. It wears so nicely. So I've been reaching a lot more, and I have done a look this month with the Raspberry Kiss, but I just keep going back and back and back to this. I love it. And sometimes even just a one eyeshadow look. Oh, I just turned it upside down. Let me grab it for you. Come here. I require your presence. So this is the shade Dirt Road. It's a mustard shade. It's very yellow, very mustard. I've really been liking it. It's not too yellow. I love that shade. I use it for a one shadow look when I just kind of put it in the crease, kind of like a little V, like from here and up and through here, and then just kind of diffuse the rest of it. It's very subtle, but different because it is more of that mustard shade. I've been loving that. Ever since I picked this brush up last year, this is the It Cosmetics. Love is the foundation brush. It has glitter hearts suspended in its clear acrylic handle. I knew that when October came, and because they've re-released this now, this is the 4th year they've done it, I picked up another one. But if you'll notice, one is flat topped and one is round topped. I almost didn't get it when I saw that it was flat topped, but I thought, you know what? This one is so good. Let me see if this flat top, I haven't tried it yet, but I did pick it up. I am excited to try it, but always in love with this brush. It's nice to have a backup, and hopefully they perform similarly. Kind of think they will. I forgot to tell you when I was talking about foundation, I'm still 100% in love with the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Complete Coverage Serum Concealer. I picked this up on the 1st of September, and at the end of October, I've used it probably 75% of the time I've worn concealer throughout the last 2 months. This is remarkable. Highly recommend. All right, so I've been digging through when I started this whole chopping block idea. I was like, what brow products have I not used? This is one of them. This is from Benefit. It's their Foolproof Brow Powder. It's just a little compact. It's shaped like an eyebrow, lighter in the front, darker in the back. It's remarkable. It's what I have in my brows today. And then over the top, I have this from Hourglass. This is their Arch Brow Volumizing Fiber Gel. It has 2 different sizes, like shorter bristles on one side, longer on the other. I use the shorter ones for laying down product, the longer ones for brushing it through. And the longer ones, I really love the way they make these little tiny short guys right here at the front, my sprouts. It really helps to lay product down in there and then to get them to stand up and look like my eyebrows did when I was younger and more youthful. But I really, really love this product. I'm glad to have rediscovered it. And it is a more expensive brow product. I mean, both of these are, but for what it is, it's a lot, but it works beautifully. Love it. So I have absolutely been kind of more heavy on the face makeup, and the lips have been just kind of sitting and chilling, wearing the same sort of thing. For most of this month, if I'm looking for a red, I go for my Lipstick Queen Medieval lipstick. I'm making some serious headway on this. This was brand new at the beginning of September, late August, early September. I opened a brand new one of these, and I've been plowing through this. So there are even days that I wear a really sheer concealer. I'll put this on the lips and then on the cheeks, and that's all I wear. And it's a very fresh face, no makeup, but just a little bit of color look. This is beautiful. It's a sheer product. So when you put it on, it's not like a lot of red. And so I can blend it out on my cheeks for just a little bit of rosiness. And I love it. I can build it up on the lips for a little bit more color. It's a beautiful product. It's my go-to red right now because I'm doing really heavy eye looks more throughout this month, and I like to make sure that I don't have too bold of a lip going with too bold of an eye. Another favorite has been this. It's from Sephora. It's their Melting Lip Click in the shade Caramel. And I love this shade. This shade is beautiful. It looks like this. It's comfortable. It feels good. It's hydrating, easy to reapply. And another combination, it's what I'm wearing today, is a Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in the shade Pillow Talk. And this is from Iconic London. This is their Lip Plumping Gloss in the shade Love Struck. Oh my goodness. This is so pretty. Now, this is one of those where if I get it too close to like the back corners of my mouth here, I try and keep it more up front, because I do see that it does tend to collect, and then it starts to do that weird, strange, stretchy pull in the corners of my mouth and collect back there. I don't like that. I don't have any of that going on right now, but that's because I've been really careful about where I place it. I keep it more towards like the front portion of my lip and not kind of in these outside edges, but it's right here. It does have a slight tingle, a slight minty feel to it. It smells a little minty, a little bit like black licorice or like anise or fennel. And I like that. I know that's not everybody's thing, but I like it a lot. And I think it's really great. So I've been using this lip gloss on its own, but mostly paired with this. And it's been a real nice, easy, basic go-to all month long. All right, so I did tell you I had a fail. And I think I've just decided I can't continue to use this on my face. This came up during my BoxyCharm quarterly review. It's from Glow Recipe. It's their Pineapple Sea Bright Serum. It smells like dog pee to me. And I say that with firsthand knowledge because I do have a dog and she's getting older. She's like 15 years old and sometimes she has an accident in the house. And I don't like it. I can't separate in my mind cleaning up after my dog and the smell of this. If I could do it, I would probably use it. I'm gonna see if a friend can use this and I won't tell them what I think about it. I think the product works fine. I like how hydrating it feels on my skin because it does, I don't know, but I think it has hyaluronic acid in there because when you put it on, it's very plumping. It's a very juicy feeling on your skin. It's very much that Korean chok, you know, bounce sort of thing. But the smell, it kills me. I can't. One of the things I've been absolutely in love with and I've used so much this month, it's like, it's never left my tabletop in front of me, is this. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Ghost. It looks like this. It's fantastic. I will link for you the video that I did on this, but it has some of my favorite all-time products in here. So this right here is Diffuse Light. This is my favorite all over face powder. Under eye, works everywhere, miraculous. It also has Dim Light. It has a strobing powder. It has a bronzer. This is a strobing blush, and then they have just a regular ambient lighting blush. They're so good. My skin looks immaculate, especially on the days where I wear just a little concealer where I need it, and then I start buffing these powders where I want them. Wow, my skin has not looked better. I love this. It is very easy, you know, fingerprinted. They're easy. Hourglass packaging is easy to get dirty, and it just is what it is. But it's beautiful packaging, and it is really, really gorgeous. Gorgeous face products. I've used these all over the eyes. I just love these products. I think they're great. I know it's expensive. I think it's worth it. So those are my favorites. I didn't think I had that much, and then I realized I did. I realized I had a lot more than I thought, which is okay. A lot of this here, there are some new things, but there are a lot of things that I've had for a while. And I'm just, you know, like, let's use what we have. Let's love what we have. I don't want to be spending so much or get the feeling that I need to constantly be purchasing just to feed my YouTube channel. I want to buy what truly interests me, catches my eye, and makes me excited. That's what I really want to do. So let me know if there are products that this month caught your eye and you purchased. If there are products in your collection, you're like, oh, I haven't used that in a while. Let me give that a try. I would love to know what your favorites have been for this month. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you again soon.